Have you ever imagined an entity so powerful that it existed even before creation began? Something that was there in the primordial void, alongside the light of creation, silently waiting as the universe we know came into being? The Great Darkness is one such entity, a timeless and unfathomable force representing all darkness within the DC Multiverse. But unlike the villains we know, the Great Darkness is not just an evil being, it is the very embodiment of darkness, transcending the concept of good and evil. Since the beginning of the Omniverse, when light was proclaimed by the Presence, also known as God, darkness withdrew but never disappeared. It remained dormant, perhaps even plotting, waiting for the right moment to emerge. As light expanded over time, creating everything we know, it inevitably encountered resistance. And that resistance was the Great Darkness. It wasn't something that could be destroyed or erased, but a force that would always exist in opposition to light. What's most fascinating about the Great Darkness is that it doesn't act like a traditional villain. During Crisis on Infinite Earths, a cult called Brujeria awakened the entity, aiming to destroy God and reshape the universe in its image. Heroes like John Constantine and Swamp Thing tried to stop it, but the darkness was immense, a presence that easily overpowered those who came near. Even powerful entities like the Anti-Monitor, one of the most iconic villains in the DC universe, were influenced by the Great Darkness. This makes us wonder, how far does this entity's power extend? Time and again, heroes and villains tried to confront it, only to find that each encounter strengthened its presence. The darkness absorbed every confrontation, gaining new insights and expanding its reach. The most intriguing moment came when the darkness reached out to the heavens, and surprisingly, the light responded. In a unique moment, the two most primordial forces of the universe embraced. From that point on, a truce was formed. But this truce didn't mark the end of the duality between good and evil, between light and darkness. It simply meant that these forces would forever be intertwined. But did the darkness really want to end everything? Many believe so, thinking it desires to return everything to nothingness, the primordial state of existence. However, the truth seems more complex. Contrary to what was assumed, the Great Darkness didn't seek the destruction of the cosmos. What it truly wanted was to observe, to partake, in some way, in the stories unfolding throughout the multiverse. Like a silent witness, it watched the creation and destruction of worlds without direct intervention. What makes the Great Darkness such a compelling entity is its connection with other powerful figures in the DC universe, like Darkseid, the ruler of Apocalypse. Aware of this entity's nature, attempted to use it for his own plans. This set off events like Final Crisis, one of the darkest moments in the multiverse's history. But the power of the Great Darkness can't be controlled, not even by beings as formidable as Darkseid. Like many others, he was merely a pawn in a much larger game. The Great Darkness also influenced other beings, like Pariah, who, corrupted by a fragment of its power, caused chaos across the multiverse. From this influence, new threats emerged, such as the Empty Hand and the War of Darkness, pushing the multiverse to the brink of collapse. This raises an interesting question. How far can the Great Darkness power truly extend? Is there anyone, or anything, capable of stopping it? Even today, the impact of the Great Darkness resonates in various DC stories. Its presence serves as a constant reminder that no matter how brightly the light shines, there will always be shadows, always a primordial darkness observing, waiting, and perhaps one day returning to reclaim what it believes is rightfully its. So, can light truly prevail over darkness? Or will the Great Darkness silent and always be lurking, waiting for the moment to reveal itself once more? What do you think?